Hi there YouTube, John McCann, Gareth Beavers from Tech Radar. We've just watched Apple's new launch event where, among other things, we had the iPhone SE. But Gareth, what did you make of the event as a whole to start with?
Well, the event, I think the words are boring launch, brilliant hardware. I think there's actually a lot of really exciting things there. But the iPhone SE was definitely, I think, the highlight because it was something different, something that we haven't really seen on the market at the moment. A smaller phone with all the power of a top-end flagship. And I think that's really important and something the Android world especially doesn't have.
Exactly. I mean, there's hardly any 4-inch phones even at the bottom end of the market nowadays. So for Apple to bring out a handset which easily fits in the hand, yet has almost all the same specs as the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus at a lower price tag, I mean, that's just really good in terms of, you know, what it offers. It won't be for everyone, of course, but there will be a certain market who will absolutely love this.
I think bigger than a certain market. I think there's a lot of people out there that really miss the fact they've got a phone that's pocketable, palmable, handable, I don't know how you want to call it, but this is the iPhone 5S, and it's essentially the same phone in terms of the way it'll look. If you see us on the train, you'll think they're the same phone. But
it's the same design, they're the same dimensions. Apple has reused the 5S body.
But it fits really well in the hand, so for some people, holding a phone like this is really important. Other phones are just too big nowadays, so I think Apple's cornered a market that was crying out to be cornered, really. Android devices aren't hitting that. The main differences obviously are, we've got a much faster processor. It's the A9 processor, the co-processor for movement and working out different health bits and pieces. The camera's better, the screen is slightly upgraded, I think, or actually no, it's pretty much the same, isn't it?
It's the same. Yeah. It's got the same resolution as the 5S. It's got the same PPI, so it's not an awful picture, but it's not going to blow you away. The 6S and 6S Plus are more important if you want that.
Yeah, and one of the really key things is the 6S and the 6S Plus have got a 1400 to 1500 contrast ratio. What that means is their whites are really white, the blacks are really black. On the iPhone SE, it's 800 to 1. That's the same screen that we had on the 5S, which means that it won't look quite as premium. Looking at the screen, which we do every day with our phones, it's kind of the thing you do. That's going to be a slightly negative experience and probably the one thing that people will think, not as good as it could have been.
Another thing is the cameras, really good news for photographers. This has the same 12 megapixel eyesight camera that you get in the 6S and the 6S Plus. That means focus pixels, that means live photos.
True tone flash.
True tone flash, 4K video recording. The SE does all of that. And now that's impressive considering the price point and the size and what Apple's crammed in there. It's a great little offering.
The way to really summarise this is it's the iPhone 5S plus the iPhone 5C price, but the iPhone 6S innards. Screen aside, it's pretty much exactly the same thing. I suppose the front-facing camera's slightly lower, but in reality, for the people that are looking for a 4-inch phone, like I said, one that's really easy to hold and use and operate with one single hand, this is probably the perfect phone in terms of an iPhone fan's world.
Absolutely. The design isn't as rounded as the 6S, 6S Plus. There's no 3D touch. The front-facing camera, as you said, 1.2 megapixels, the same as the 5S, rather than the 5 megapixel one you get on the two other handsets. But that's really it. Otherwise, you've got a full 6S power and performance in a much more compact body.
So what do you think about the iPhone SE? Is it the phone Apple should have launched, or could it have done a little bit better? Thank you very much for liking. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you've got any more comments, let us know below.
Goodbye.